Tonight, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis,
getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Under center for the Vikings, out comes the former Michigan State Spartan and longtime veteran Kirk Cousins.
Minnesota's new coaching staff really leaned on Cousins for leadership and production, and the longtime vet was up to the pressure. 29 touchdowns, 4,500 yards, and a 13-win season, his best as a starter. Captain Kirk, he's quietly been one of the league's most productive passers the last few seasons.
Now a man you'd imagine would be motivated here, the former Viking Dalvin Cook. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 11 carries, 53 yards, and a touchdown.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
On second down, it's Cook again. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. You look at this Niner defense. They're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
This is a unit that understands what needs to be done to stop the run. And they're a team that goes out and executes as well. Yeah, it's the mantra, stop it, but then going out and getting it done. Two different things. They combine them.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably wanted to come out with a little more fire than a 3-and-out.
And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, where was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that and fast.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He gets it to Addison. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here.
Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the 49ers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Cousins to throw it. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's taken to the 26. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They fell last week to Cleveland, but they're on top here as they start this drive 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4, still 3 yards short, 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. 2nd and 6. Now Cousins. We're going back to the same well. It's Hockenson again. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. And here's Ryan Wright now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. So possession goes over here on the punt. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. He got 29 yards that time. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Taken down at the 30. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. So that, Charles, a season long, and since he's a rookie, I guess we can go ahead and call that a career long as well.
I love how you put that together because, you know, that's where everyone at home was saying, okay, has to be career, right, since he's a rookie. Well done by you, but I definitely like what I've seen from him so far this year. Very distinguished college career. He's looking right at home here in the NFL.
The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. A 1st down throw for Cousins. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Second and 5. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach perturbed his defense.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone and tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They go play action here on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll get to him right away as he's taken down right there at the 44. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 27. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown 49ers from 19 yards away. And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So they try for 2, successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
In motion right is Osborne. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. On play action, Cousins. Short throw caught by the tight end, Oliver. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Play action now, Cousins.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Taking it about the 16. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Hands it off out of the gun. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. From the 38 now, here's a 2nd down and 4. Cousins. Justin Jefferson bringing in the slant. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 27-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing, Cousins. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Cousins, meanwhile, throwing complete there to Hockenson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 15-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Now 2nd and 9. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Ezra Cleveland, the guard, called for the penalty there. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Throwing is Cousins. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Now this incomplete, and I don't see any flags coming out. He was clearly in the pocket, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, and that brings up 4th down. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we can get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And space tough to come by there, so he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. 2nd and 9. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Osborne. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To throw is Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Cousins. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. And Jefferson's going to have the Vikings 1st down as the tackle is made at the 28-yard line. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 2nd down and 4. Cousins again. And quickly finding Reagor. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Cousins on 1st down. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Jalen Reagor, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Rodrigo Blankenship now for the PAT. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the drive was polished off on the touchdown catch by Jalen Reagor. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And it's the 49ers who recover it, and that ought to just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, Their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Looking left side, and it's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
That one looks like he'll throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Back to throw here. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Well, the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. On 4th down, Kyle Shanahan will send out the field goal unit. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession.
They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Cousins now. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up 3rd down. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
I almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for San Francisco, they move back over 500 now at 4-3, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss, and they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.